Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, September 19th, 2025. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture. It was a settlement last week, Thursday of last week, above the 360.76 channel top that set up a long-term buy signal that remains in play above 360.76, anticipating, well, the way things are going, this could be within, by the end of October, potentially by the end of the year, wouldn't surprise me. And really, it's been a 5 to 8 month target, as I was saying before, but we're likely to see it before then. And that becomes clarified, becomes likely if in the interim, we can then also close above 453.46. So this is our 2 to 3 3 to 5 week target. At one point, with the lower volatility following that buy signal, I mentioned within 2 or 3 months, but we're a week into it and probably 70%, if not more, of the way there to reaching 453.56. 453.56 is 450.14 on the daily chart, and you can see that all up here. This structure can contain buying through October. From here, we can fall back into the 360s again within 1 to 2 months, possibly sooner, of testing the 450s. But as I say, and it's not going to happen today, but if over the next few weeks we manage to close above the 453.46 channel top, I think we're just probably 3 to 5 more weeks away from reaching that long-term objective at 523.03. 523.03 is a 5-year channel top that can contain buying through the first quarter of next year, possibly into later next. And, if you're long, if you've yet to go long, we're kind of in a no man's land right now. I would say if you're itching to go long Tesla because of that 523 objective and you haven't got in yet, I think the safe bet at this point would be a settlement above 453.46, because I think if you buy ahead of that, you really risk the possibility of a downdraft here as we move into October trade. Let me kind of jump into the near term. Of course, we've got the 426.11 to 426.67 area. That is kind of an ABC count. If you download our newsletter, which is free, you'll be able to see these wave counts. Basically, 67.71 minus 14 and a quarter, and then you add that distance to 273.21, and you've got the 426.67. Also, if you subtract 273.21 from 367.71 and then add it back to 367.71, you have the full swing at 426.11. So this is understandably given the market trouble this week, and it may continue to into next week. We opened above this area on Thursday and then backed off to close clearly below it and even negative on the day. We have what I would call a mini reversal right now, which is pushing to a new high, pushing above yesterday's high, which was also a new pullback high following that April low, only to fall away and close negative on the day.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
And I see our downward pivot point into next week at 414.01. So if you're a day trader, assuming we open above 414.01, this level can be bought and profits can be taken in the 426 handle. And you could play the short side in the 426 handle if you like, then allowing for bearish rotation to 414.01 on an intraday basis. If we do close today above 426.67, this objective at 450.14, which is kind of a 3 to 5 week objective, as I mentioned earlier, above the 360.76 area. If we happen to close today above 426.67, we should see the 450s within 3 to 5 days or less. Could be within 1 to 3 days. 450.14 to 453.46 on the weekly chart can contain buying through April. If you've been long for the last week, this is an area I think you should at least take some profit. And some of you may consider, if that's your trading style, to not only exit all of your long position, but even to reverse and play the short side. As we're testing the 450s, these 360 out of the money puts will be much cheaper than they are right now. And I think that is one viable option strategy. This would be a 1 to 2 month sell-off with present volatility. It could be within 2 to 3 weeks. But I think you would want to go at least 2 months out, probably 3 months out on the expiration date of that out of the money put. If we close above 453.46, you might then reach for 525 strike out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a couple of months on that 3 to 5 week rally above 453.46. Let's get back to kind of the day itself. I'd already mentioned how we have this 1 week, 4-day really channel bottom. It is a down pivot today. If we break or open today below 414.01, the 396.66 channel top in reach. That is a 3-star weekly support level, able to contain selling through next week, and from here we can round up again within 2 to 3 weeks into the 450s. If you're trading in the 2 to 3 week time frame, you can sell the low 450s and buy the mid to upper 390s. These are changing a little bit every day, but that is what I see. If over the next week, over the next few days, perhaps we close below 396.66, then I would expect the 360s, 350s down here within 1 to 2 weeks, I think, with present volatility. So closing below 396.66, we can anticipate this 360.76 to 360.92 area. This is the daily chart, projected a 1/3 speed line off the April low, and you've got that former channel top on the weekly chart, at 360.76 that I show here. So this area, the low 360s, once again in reach within a couple of weeks of closing below 396.66. Until then, this is a solid area to buy into as we move into October. From here, we can round back up into the 450s within 2 to 3 weeks, and vice versa. We could top out in the 450s and fall back into the mid 390s. I'm repeating myself. Sometimes repetition is good, though, to sort of drive home a point. Holding above 414.01, the 426 handle in reach. Closing below 414.01, expect 396.66 into early next week. Upside, if we close above 426.67 today, we should, within 1 to 3 days, reach the 450.14 area, a range of resistance up to 453.46 that can contain buying through October, and if settled above, sustains this rally in a wicked way. No pun intended with wicked stocks, 523.03, then likely. If we close this week, not going to happen, but next week above 453.46, we could, with present volatility, reach 523.03 by the end of October. I'm going to leave it at that for Friday's Daily Tesla Report, and you have a great weekend.